didn't quite, it came from here. It should have been like, you know, power. Hey friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope that you're doing well. Today we've got 10 powerful fragrances that are gonna make a huge impression on anybody that smells them on you. Compliment pullers, sexy, pow, beast mode, pow. That's what we're talking about here. All of them are gonna be linked down in the description below in case you wanna check them out. And here are some codes in case you would like to save some De Niro. Not the Robert De Niro, but like money. Also want to point out, of course, Max Aroma's codes, Gents10 and Gents20. One of those will save you 10%, one will save you 20%. Try the 20% off code first, but it doesn't work on every fragrance on the site, so be aware of that. Max Aroma also has a free 2-day shipping on a whole bunch of different fragrances on their website. They have weekly deals that they switch out all the time, so be aware of that in case you don't check Max Aroma out more often. You probably should, just so you don't miss out on something pretty sweet that they roll through on that weekly basis. And of course, Max Aroma, as always, is linked in the description. Now let's check out some fragrances. Let's go ahead and jump into the fragrances that are in no particular order. Let's start with this one, Alfred Dunhill's Egyptian You Don't Want That Smoke. It's just called Egyptian Smoke. This is both fantastic and very sad, this line of fragrances from Dunhill, because these were supposed to be their higher end fragrances, their nicer fragrances, the ones that you would really aspire to be able to own. And yet all of them are available online for like $55. That's so depressing, because at some point, somebody at Dunhill and the perfumers themselves were like, oh, this is gonna be the good stuff, you know, this is their signature line, and then something happened. But what that means is you can find them for, like I said, about $55 online and get something that is extremely high quality for that lower price point. And there are many, many, many fragrances from Dunhill in this line that are worth checking out, not just Egyptian Smoke. So this one has rose, tobacco, cacao, vanilla, and tea as some of the notes in the scent. It also has a woodiness in there. It's sweet, it is lightly smoky. The rose isn't overdone, the tea is not overdone. It's blended together very well for me. Quality is great, the performance is there. This is one of those fragrances that is more niche leaning, but at a very low entry price point. So starting it off strong with Egyptian Smoke, and again, there are a lot of other ones in this line, in this collection, that you should know about. So in general, just look these up. You know, look them up online, look at the price points that they go for, the note breakdowns. There are some hidden gems in there waiting to be scooped up. From there, we move on to Mi Bisou Tobacco Flirting with Vanilla. Because if it was just tobacco vanilla, it'd be like, wait a second, there's Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. But then you call it Tobacco Flirting with Vanilla, and all of a sudden, that's got nothing to do with the other thing. Which, to be fair, it does not smell like Tobacco Vanille. Just the name is a little bit similar. But this one does smell like something else, at least a little bit. It's similar in ways to Side Effect from Initio. And did you see that atomizer right there? Ooh, pressurized. Really like this one. The presentation is good. It's got this matte kind of rubbery feel on the bottle, but then the box is just this like King Kong sized looking book box, which is both at the same time overdone and completely awesome. The performance here is beast. This thing is extremely strong. It is very sweet, as I said, similar to Side Effect. It's got cherry, tobacco, vanilla, some of the notes in here. On the front, it says, talk smoky to me, but I don't find it supremely smoky myself. A little bit, but not as much as it is on the sweet side. From there, we move on to Gucci Guilty Elixir. Kind of a forgotten elixir at this point, because Sauvage Elixir, very big, Lamal Elixir, some of the other elixirs, Boss Bottled Elixir, have gotten a little more of that love. And Gucci Guilty Elixir has fallen a little bit by the wayside compared to those ones, just as far as how much it gets talked about. It is quite expensive, $183. is the retail price point for this one. Don't know why they didn't just make it an even 180. Sauvage Elixir is 180 for 2 ounces. Y Elixir, 180 for 2 ounces. This one, 183 for 2 ounces. Take that, Dior. That's right. This one is $3 more, and it deserves it, according to Gucci. This one has orange blossom, iris, and vanilla. It's a very different elixir fragrance compared to the other designer elixirs that have come out. It actually has some similarities to Amouage's Reflection Man. Although to me, this might actually come across a little bit denser, a little bit creamier than Reflection Man, but still in that wheelhouse, and it has banging performance. And just as Amouage Reflection Man is a huge compliment puller and attention grabber, so is Guilty Elixir. Though those haters of Guilty will never let you know that. They'll never let you know. From there, we move on to Le Male Le Parfum. It's just fantastic. Now, I talk about Le Male Elixir more than Le Parfum at this point, but don't let that distract you. I still think that this is absolutely amazing. One of the best designer releases of the past number of years. Le Male Le Parfum is top notch stuff. Classy, sexy, easy to wear, good performance. Yeah, close to perfection. It has just the right touch of sweetness in there. It has a little powder, but not too much. A modernized, classier, sexier, more mature take on the original Le Male. This is still a 10 out of 10. Let's go cheaper with the next one, with Haas Ice from Risasi. Now, this one you could think of as basically just kind of an improvement over the original Haas, which some people would hear that and maybe think that's sacrilege, because Haas has been a bit of a hype beast ever since it came out, but this is just really well done. And this grows on you and grows on you and grows on you the more you smell it. It has apples, citrus, plum, and musk as some of the notes in the fragrance. It does sometimes get sold out at discounters, and I have seen it go for a pretty penny. Sometimes this one goes for like $74, $75, people asking that much. I would personally, try to hold off on that, wait until it gets in stock at a more reasonable price, because it has been in stock at, Fragrance Buy in the past for $40 or so. Or actually, maybe it was a little bit closer to 50, but still yet, I would not pay, $75, $80 for this one. All that being said, all the, trouble about the pricing that happens with fragrances that are very popular from houses like Risasi or Haramain or Lattafa. There's like this period where the price kind of goes all over, everybody's trying to get it, and it can be a hassle. But once that settles down and you can find this more regularly for that more regular price, absolutely worth scooping up. I think it's an improvement over the original Haas personally. The freshness is a little bit better. The sweetness comes across a little bit higher quality in this one. Still has really good performance, massive compliment puller. Haas Ice is really good stuff. All right, from there we go to a fragrance with 72,000 notes, Spirit of Dubai's Maidan. It's got, somewhere around 30, 35 notes, something like that, standard fragrance stuff, no big deal. Enormous performance with this one, a fantastic leather scent, great spiciness, extremely high quality, good complexity, blended very well. It has eternal performance. It basically just lasts forever, projects like a monster. And it's one of those scents that during fall and winter can easily set you apart. This stuff is right up there with the best leather fragrances out there. And then we have this guy, Costume National Homme Parfum, which is one that I have loved ever since I got this one in. It has very, very, very unique opening. The way that it comes across, the fruit in here, the sweetness. It's like stewed jellied fruits or something. That does not maybe sound the most appealing, but it smells the most appealing. Bunch of cardamom in here, bunch of cinnamon as well, some woodiness underneath, resinous sweetness. Amazing in cool weather. And this is something that your average person is absolutely not going to be wearing. Now I realize when I say that it sounds like they're not going to be wearing it because maybe it doesn't smell good. They're not going to be wearing it because they don't know about it. After that, Guerlain, L'Homme Idéal, L'Intense. Could also go with Extreme, could go with the Eau de Parfum. All three of those really, really good at getting positive attention, having good performance, and honestly, being a pretty good bang for the buck, all things considered. So this one of those three is known for having a little bit of a smoky aspect, a smoky nuance to it. Now the smoke is not anything to be afraid of here. This is not like campfire smoke. This is not a heavily woody smoke. It's not that type of smokiness. You know, it's not a birch note that comes across smelling like bacon, which actually I think smells pretty good. But there are some fragrances out there that have a smokiness to them, where when you smell it, that's what you'll think. You'll go, bacon, interesting, nice. I smell like I just left Waffle House. Yay. So this one has leather, it's got vanilla, tonka, a nice spiciness to it, along with that little bit of smokiness in there, and of course almond as well. Great, great, great fragrance that does get overlooked sometimes, overshadowed a little bit by the Eau de Parfum and Extreme, but right there with them. Or I should say it is right there with them. Then we have Noir Extreme Parfum from Tom Ford. And again, you could go with just the normal Noir Extreme here, but since we're talking about stronger fragrances, here the Parfum was a better bet. So we have here another one that's spicy, warm, and sweet. Vanilla in here, coffee, cardamom. It's really good. Like really, really good. Like, don't tell other people about it. I know it's Tom Ford, but like, just don't let them know. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, it's Tom Ford. Everybody knows Tom Ford. So like this is gonna be more well-known than most everything that we talk about here today, but still yet, man, this stuff for designer fragrance, silly. I also think this one comes across a little bit more masculine smelling than Noir Extreme, which Noir Extreme I think is great too, like really, really good, but this one does lean a little bit more over toward the masculine side as compared to that one. This is just top-notch stuff. Last but not least, Montal with Oud Tobacco. Now, when you're talking beast mode, when you're talking strong fragrances, you gotta throw a Montal in there because that's really what they hang their hat on, right? It's like 95% of the house's selling points. It's like beast mode. Literally, that's how they advertise. Legitimately, definitely for real, that's all Montal does with their advertising. A beast mode and as strong as a beast. That's it. Just beast mode. Now, of course, in actuality, that's not what they do, but they are extremely strong, and that is what they're known for. That and having a good price, and also having these little bottles. I can't tell you how many times people over the years have contacted me and said, I think I got a fake Montal because it came in and it doesn't weigh much at all. I'm so confused. Yes, they don't weigh much, and no, it's not filled up to here. That's not how they come. So with this one, you have tobacco, tonka, oud, of course, and spices. Very sweet, but easygoing. And as far as Montal oud fragrances goes, this is one of the easier ones to wear. Because Montal ouds can be screechy, they can be abrasive, they can be strong, they can be weird. This one though, none of those things. So Oud Tobacco, really nice one to get you noticed from Montal that is gonna last forever. There we go. Beast mode fragrances that will get you noticed. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys later.